Hey, this is DragonFeather, and yes, I'm uploading a video old school. I've been having troubles with my computer. I was supposed to upload a video like 3 days ago, but since my software is being a butthead, I can't. So I will just upload videos the old way, like I used to, right off my iPod, until further notice, because whatever, computer, I don't know. And so, no cool intro, and no cool cutting, editing, but you guys can handle that. That's all good. Anyway, so I'm here to talk about, because I've been getting lots of messages via Facebook, YouTube, and even personally through people who I know through texting, how to reverse a curse, curse or hex, because they've either been hexed or cursed and they don't know what to do, and there's not really a lot of helpful information, like solid information out there on how to get rid of one, from my personal searching. That's just me. So I am here to help you guys how to do this. Now, to be completely honest with you, you really can't reverse a curse per se. You can really only banish it, and you can't really stop it, because once you cast a spell in general, it's casted. Like, you can't stop it. You just have to let it go through its course. And that's the way magic works. And that's why you should be very, very, very mindful when you cast a spell, because of that reason. So the first thing that you guys should take into consideration is, have I really been hexed, or have I really been cursed? And if you have, by whom and what for? And once you figure out those three things, then you can start working to rid yourself of the curse or hex. So once you know these things, the first thing I suggest you do is do a spatial clearing, cleansing, clearing, and either smudge your house, your room, yourself even, and either do like bells throughout the house, clapping, drumming. You can even like do noise, like just like random noise to get rid of the energy, and incense as well. And you just want to clear your house. Start with a clean slate, you'll be good. And that's what you want to do. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cast a protective spell over yourself. Now, particularly protecting you from what you've been hexed with. So say that you've been hexed with some sort of physical pain when you do a certain action, cast your protective spell to protect you specifically from that particular pain that you are obtaining, whether you know where it's coming from or not, just to make sure that that doesn't happen to you anymore. If someone hexed you to render your ability to do a particular thing, say sing or be successful because you're successful, to be honest with you, I don't know why the universe would let that happen, but it happens. So because of that reason, think to yourself, why would this person want to do that? And maybe it's jealousy. Maybe it's because they don't like you. Maybe it's because they really just aren't playing with a full deck of cards. You really don't know. But what you want to do is you just want to protect yourself. Before you do anything else, before you try to get back at them, I guess, if you want to deal with karma yourself, cast a protective spell towards yourself. And protect yourself from anything, any negative energies, any harmful entities, or any evil spirits that try to harm you or your magical work. And create a spell, create a amulet. Like my pentacle has so many protective spells on it, it's not even funny. And, you know, protect yourself from everything that you can think of, because you do not want to get in a situation to where you can be harmed, because who wants that? No one wants that. So protect yourself. Gotta protect yourself. And after you protect yourself, you gotta ask yourself if you want to get into a magic fight with this person. I know that sounds really cheesy, but that's kind of what it is. If you want to get into a quote-unquote fight with this person, if you just want to banish them and bind them from harming you or anyone else, or if you just want to let the hex run its course, after you've protected yourself. Now, if you're just going to, I'll use the fight back one first. If you're just going to let the hex run its course, then just keep casting protective spells over you every morning, every night. Can be a little tiny spell, and visualize shields, smudge your house every night if you can, clean everything, just make sure you are on your toes for anything at any given time, and you are good. And make sure that, you personally, in your own head, believe that you're going to be safe, because if you don't believe you're safe, then you won't be safe. And that's the key to all of magic, is believing that it will work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's just the way it works. Anyway, so if you're just going to let the hex run its course, keep protecting yourself every single day. That's pretty much all I have to say for that. If you are going to cast a banishing and binding spell, first, banish the hex. Banish the hex to not be able to harm you. You're not welcome here. Not allowed to happen. I am untouchable kind of thing. And then binding the person to where, if you know who they are, binding the person or the energy source, depending on what it is, or if you don't know, bind that person to where they cannot harm you. They cannot talk to you. They cannot come near you. They cannot do anything without a consequence. And if they do come towards you and do, kind of push your boundaries, that's when you're going to get even more involved to protect yourself. Now, if you're going to have a magic fight, the first thing you need to take into consideration is, do I want to deal with karma? Because the threefold law will bite you in the ass. And if you don't believe in the threefold law, I'm pretty sure we all believe in karma. I'm just saying I believe in karma, because I've felt it work on myself and others, and I've seen it happen. So anyway, think about it. Do I want to deal with the karma that's going to come from this? Secondly, if you do not follow the Wiccan Rede, do as you will and harm none kind of thing, are you willing to harm somebody? Think about it that way. And if you are willing to harm somebody, how far are you going to go? I would never hurt a fly in my life. Like, when even ants crawling on my hands, like, I make sure they crawl off my hand onto the ground. Like, I do not kill anything on purpose. Yes, I probably step on things without realizing it, and it hurts me to know that, but, life is life. I don't harm things. That's not what I do. It's not my philosophy. But if you don't mind doing that, then think about how far you're willing to go, and if you're willing to deal with the consequences of fighting back. I'm not going to tell you guys how to cast a spell on someone to hurt someone, because like I said, it's against my philosophy. But if someone were to do evil or bad things to you, negative things to you that disrupt your energy, disrupt your life, and make you unhappy, then something has to be done. Something has to be done to prevent it. Bottom line. And, all you can really do is hope for the best and believe in yourself. Because, if you get involved into a fight, it's not just their fault now. It's partially yours too, and you need to be aware that something really bad could happen, and then you'll have an even bigger situation on your hands, and that's just something you should think about before you get involved into a magical fight with somebody, because it's serious. It's not something that you can take to the authorities, because it's an invisible thing. And so just be very, very careful, and don't go out of your way to harm somebody so much, because, in all actuality, it's just hurting yourself in a way. So please be mindful of that. For particular details, casting, banishing, and binding spells is pretty standard, pretty like stage 1. If you search, I'm pretty sure I've even done a video on binding and banishing, but if you just search my channel or YouTube in general on how to cast a binding and banishing spell, there's many different videos on it, so you can get many different information, different points of view on how to do it. That would be my number one advice, is to cast a binding and banishing spell, and if they still are bothering you, even after that, that's when you should get more involved. And if you have any magical friends, have them help you. Have them put their helping energies to help you as well, because we all are more strong when we work together. That's kind of just a thing in life. So you don't want to be alone on this, and if you are alone, like physically in your, like where you live, if you don't have anybody who's into what you're into, you can always bring it up with me. I will always send you, a little bit of helpful energy, because I do that quite a lot actually. I'll do what I can, but I'm not going to do it for you. Period. That's the bottom line. So don't be afraid to ask me if you need help. If you need help, I'll give you a help. Don't be afraid to ask me for help or advice on any particular details, because I'm more than happy to help you guys. But yeah, I hope this helped. Good luck if you've been hexed or cursed, because it's not a fun thing to go through, and it can be very, very scary. But just remember that you're gonna be okay, and bitches can't touch you if you don't want them to, and believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, really nothing's gonna ever change in general. So yeah, until next time, blessed be, and bye.